Alright guys, welcome to a new video on the Polaris Predator 500. As you guys know, I picked up this beast probably 2 weeks ago now, and we got everything figured out, everything back together, the engine running, but the timing was off, the flywheel key kept on shearing off, and we figured out all those problems, and we actually took it for the first ride last video. The first ride was okay. We found out that the ignition switch was really finicky, so every time you turn it on, it would vibrate and turn off. So I fixed the wiring in here. I made it a lot tighter, so now we get a constant voltage going to it, so we should be good there. One thing I do want to fix on this thing that we were having problems with is what I think is the water pump seal. The water pump is right here. The water pump is right here, and a lot of times what happens is the water pump seal goes bad. The water pump's behind the propeller, the water pump propeller. And what happens is coolant leaks into the crankcase and then turns the oil white. It's a super common problem with these and other machines. I've done multiple water pump seal replacements, and they usually go bad after sitting for a while. So what we're gonna do is replace that water pump seal, and hopefully that fixes the problem. All right now we've got the Polaris Predator 500 warming up right now. We're gonna warm it up and then check the oil after. All right, we're gonna quick check and see if the battery's charging. Multimeter. All right, so the battery's definitely charging. We were at 14.7 volts. That's a good voltage coming to the battery. We're gonna check it now when it's off, just to make sure it's not at that. Let's check it quick. Should be around 12. 12.7, so yeah. Let's get 2 more volts going to it when the machine starts up. So we know our charging system's working, which is good. All right, so now that the machine's warmed up, we're gonna check the oil. In previous videos, the oil looked a little bit white. When I first got this machine, there's a bunch of water in the crankcase and then the top of the engine. So I'm kind of thinking that either the water pump seal is broken, or I don't know if there's leftover water mixing with the oil, or if there's new coolant entering into the engine and mixing with the oil. So let's take a quick look and see what the oil looks like right now. It shouldn't be very milky white. If it's a little bit white, but not too bad, we're probably just gonna do another flush and then try it again. But if it's really white, it's probably we probably have a problem. I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world, is it? It's pretty white looking to me. I think what we're gonna do is replace that water pump seal. Look at that. Yeah, I think we're getting coolant passing through that water pump seal. All right, let's drain this coolant. There's a little coolant drain right here. And it won't drain out until won't drain out fully, I should say, until we take off the coolant cap cover. Let me get that in there. There we go. Now we gotta kind of watch this. It's gonna come spurting out when we open this cap. So kind of catch it like this. All right, let's see what's underneath there. Looks pretty clean. All right, so we got the propeller off of here. It was not reverse thread, sitting right here. That's what that looks like. That came right off. Wasn't on there very tight. But so we've got a mechanical seal, water pump seal right here. And it does not look like that's leaking at all. I don't think that's the culprit. And I don't think it's the water pump seal either, because I don't see any leaking or corrosion on the rod or anything. So I think that's fine in there. What I think happened was the guy left the engine outside and it rained a bunch, and there was leftover water when I did the last oil change. There's just water mixing with the oil from last time. That's my guess. So what we're gonna do is drain the oil again and do another flush with it and see what happens with the oil. If we continue to have this problem, it's either the water pump seal or the head gasket. We do have a brand new head gasket on here, so I don't think it's that. All right, let's see what this oil looks like. It's pretty gray looking. I don't know. Not losing any coolant from the radiator, so kind of a mystery. All right, while we're waiting for the oil to drain, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna test out this thermostat. So the thermostat's located right here. And we're gonna test and see if the thermostat's good or not. So we can see thermostats right here. I'm also looking for any cracks in the head right here. Just looking around everywhere in here, because basically coolant goes through the entire head and circulates. So just looking for any type of cracking or anything where coolant can be seeping in, and so far I'm not seeing anything. So that's good. But we'll look a little bit more and then we'll get the thermostat off. All right, we got the thermostat off. This is what it looks like. All right, we've got a pan of water. We're gonna wait for this to boil, and then we're gonna drop in the thermostat. And basically what's gonna happen is this is gonna expand like out to here. So we'll wait and see. Gotta wait for this to boil first. In the manual, it said that this starts opening up right around 175 degrees Fahrenheit, between 175 and 190. So 212 should be plenty. Well, I guess we'll wait and see what happens. Take this off the heat. Yeah, plop this guy in. See what happens here. Put this on the burner. But you can see the brass little piece down there is pretty far up, so maybe that is popped up already. Not too sure. We'll see if it comes down. Oh, it looks like it's coming down. Yeah, check that out. It's coming down. Very slowly. Watch that brass piece. It's definitely coming down. Oh yeah. So I think that worked. We'll put it back in the water one more time and see if it pops back up. So we'll watch the brass piece. I can find it here. See the brass pieces going up. And then when I take it out, watch the brass piece. See how far the brass piece is up right there. Alright, so that works. So if you want to test your thermostat at home, get some boiling water, put that in there, and it's hard to tell, but that brass piece will go up. Alright, we got the thermostat reinstalled with the cover. That's all good to go. We know that's working now. I don't know if the sensor's working. The sensor's right up here. I don't know if that's working, but at least the thermostat's working, so we can probably check the fan too. Alright, got the battery pack. We've got one wire hooked up to negative, one to positive on the fan. Let's see what happens when we connect them to the battery pack. Let's see if the fan turns on or not. Let's see here. Alright, we'll do this one negative. Let's see, does it matter which one goes to where? I don't know if it does or not. It'll just make the fan go backwards probably. Let's see. Oh yeah, that works. Fan works, that's good. Alright, let's add a little oil to the equation. See what happens here. Alright guys, so far the oil is pretty clear. I'm pretty sure it was just water left over in the crank that was causing issues. So I think we fixed the problem. I don't think there's any more issues with it. Doesn't appear to be white oil in the oil canister anymore. So that's good. Alright, so it looks like everything's working. We've got the whole cooling system working. So that should be good to go. And we now got the oil problem fixed, hopefully. We're probably going to run it for another probably a couple hours and just see if that turns white again. If it does turn white, it's either the head gasket, base gasket, or water pump seal. So, and I'm guessing it's not the head gasket. So, most likely it's the water pump seal behind the other seal. So, not a big deal. We can always take that out and replace it. So, we'll do the first ride and see what happens. All right, it's like negative 11 degrees right now. Gonna head out, take a ride. All loaded up here. Ready to go. All right, made it out to my parents' house. Basically today we're gonna be testing this thing out, making sure everything's good on it. We fixed the oil problem, and hopefully we fixed or checked the cooling system on this thing. So we'll see if the cooling system kicks in and that fan turns on today once it gets hot enough, and we'll see how she rides. A couple people in the last video said this was a really good pipe. We'll really open her up today, see what that pipe sounds like. Should be pretty exciting. Pretty deep snow though. I don't even know if it's gonna go through that stuff, but we've got the road too, so we should be fine. We've got big beefy tires on it, so it should truck through the snow pretty good. But we'll see. My battery does not like this cold though. I can tell you that. It's a brand new battery, but the cranking power just dwindles on that thing in the cold. So hopefully we don't get stuck anywhere. But yeah, it should be pretty fun. Stay tuned. Let's get the GoPro and go for a little ride. All right, here we go. First ride. I've got the choke on still. That is deep snow. Didn't realize how deep the snow was. This is like a foot deep. It's trucking right through that though. Look at that. Look how deep that snow is. That wasn't good. That's not good. It was doing pretty good. There we go. Ah, killed it. Darn it. Alright, we've got the jumper. Alright, let's see what happens here. There, started right up. I'm on ice. Look how deep that is. This is gonna be tricky to get out. I don't have a grab bar. Well, we know the fan works. That's going. Awesome. Sweet. Alright, that was a little tricky to get out. I don't think we can go back in there. There's big drifts and stuff. I mean, it's rough. It's overheating. That's why the fan turned on. Trying to get out of that ditch. But we'll take her on the road. Open her up. See what happens. I wonder if down there there's more trails. A little icy out here. Woo! Slipping all over the place. Woo! Woo! That wasn't good. Alright, the road's a little slippery. Brakes don't really stop when you're sliding off the road. So that was a little sketch. Just a tad. Alright, we're gonna try to get out of here. There. Look, it doesn't stop. Turn the idle down here a bit. Alright, when it's like negative 11 degrees out, it's a little difficult to ride. Everything's frozen. See that? car's running pretty good though. Not too bad. Don't want to go too far away in case their battery dies, but so far so good. Alright, the cooling fan came back on. It's getting pretty hot. Let's see if she starts back up. Started right back up. I just want to gun this thing so badly, but we're on pure ice right now, so there's no way. A little burnout. Sweet. Alright, made a little jump right over here, just for fun. Probably won't last very long. The snow's not very packy. But we're gonna try to take the quad, come down here, and kind of opens up around here. Try to make like a little track around here, and then lead to the jump right here. We'll see what happens. Jump didn't last long. Went kind of right through it. You can see how deep the snow is compared to the wheels. She's getting hot. Alright guys, all my batteries are dying on every device I have. The GoPro died, the charger's dying, and the battery on this thing's dying. It's just so cold, and then my camera is about to die too. So we're gonna wrap up the video. First ride went pretty well. We figured out that the fan works, the cooling system works great, all the brakes work great, it goes in a straight line, starts up awesome. Really, I can't think of any problems with it really. So it does periodically turn off randomly, which I think it might be maybe water in the gas, not too sure. or it probably needs a new spark plug too. Not too sure, but anyways, it's really powerful. The pipe sounds really good on it. I'm pretty happy with it. You know, considering what it was, we picked it up for what, 800 bucks, and it's a ripper for sure. The flywheel key's holding up. That didn't shear off yet, so we're good there. We really hammered on today. I was just really spinning these tires today, so it definitely went through the test. I mean, look how deep the snow is. It's really deep snow, and it did pretty good through it, considering this doesn't have any studs or anything in it. So I really can't complain too much. It's definitely got some power to it if it can haul through the snow. So anyway guys, hopefully you enjoyed the series on this, and stay tuned for next one. Thanks for watching guys. Thanks for subscribing. Until next time, we are out.